Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are, another review, another review. And we went to Little Ceasars. There's not much to review in terms of new food coming out, at least that I can access. So we decided to go back to the basics and review something that I haven't really tried out yet. And that's from Little Ceasars, or sometimes as I like to call them, Little Sleaze. And it's their crazy bread. It's their crazy bread, you know, that's just going crazy, going wild, and, you know, maybe it's just crazy with flavor. Who's to say? Nonetheless, it comes in this little bag here. It comes in this little satchel, little sack, with the Little Ceasars, the gluttonous creature on the front there, pumping in some pizza, and has it very primitively skewered, like that'll work in real life. Hot and ready crazy bread. And I took the liberty of already taking out one of these pieces here, because otherwise they were just ripping like crazy, and I wanted to get a whole little stick for you. So it's just breadsticks, really, and we're going to take a few bites of it first, tell you what it tastes like, and then try it with the dipping sauce, which is like a marinara type sauce. And by the way, it's just pieces of doughy bread, coated in, I believe, an oil, then covered in a little bit of a garlic parmesan seasoning. So, going in. The crazy bread itself, I mean, it's a very simple thing. And the simpler it is, usually, the less there is to talk about, which is good for everyone who doesn't want a 10-minute review. Because you're not going to get one, most likely, unless there's some sort of, you know, there's some massive change of the sauce or something. It's going to be more of like a 5-minute review. Fact of the matter is, it's just very simple. You bite in, there's a little bit of a bake on the bottom, which gives you not too much in terms of a crunch. It's really... You can taste a little bit of that bake, but really it's just very chewy, very doughy. And when you bite it, it's just very soft, very chewy. And you get on the top that little bit of a Parmesan type flavor, and accompanying it is a little bit of a saltiness, not too much in the way of anything garlicky. Really, you're just biting into it, just a little oily too, real soft, chewy, and has that bit of a salty Parmesan type flavor to it. Now it does come with this sauce, of course, a marinara blend. So let's crack this open, and let's see what this brings to it. Let's dip it in, and of course, each place does its marinara blend a little differently. Pizza Hut's, of course, has more of a sweetness to it. Others have a tanginess. Others have more of a peppery type, even a little bit of almost a spiciness to it. And this is part of that. Dipping it in the marinara sauce, you still get that saltiness from the seasoning on the the crazy breadsticks themselves. However, it really adds that more of a zing to it. Adds a bit of a real, you're going to notice a real type of tomatoey, peppery type of flavor to it. It's loaded with seasoning, and you're really going to notice like an Italian seasoning, peppery type of flavor that's added to it, along with this cooling tomato sauce. Now, it's a good appetizer, I'm not going to lie. I usually regularly get it, and I'm always impressed by it. I always say, this is pretty good, these crazy bread. Goes really well with the pizza, and I like it even without any of the sauce. But the sauce really does give it an added little bonus, you can say. So that said, I think it is a good appetizer from Little Ceasars. I enjoy it. Maybe you will too. And, you know, price-wise, you can get this for around $3. It's a package of, I believe, around 7 or 8 of those little sticks. And it's always good. They're just a little difficult to separate, but that's not too much of an issue there. It really isn't. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, out of 10, what am I going to be rating this product, the Crazy Bread from Little Ceasars, as some call it. Out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to give this an 8.4 out of 10. They're not perfect. You know, they could have a little more seasoning, a little more flavorful, perhaps, but I think they're good for what they are, which is just a cheap appetizer, you know, to kind of accompany a cheap pizza, too. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and this was a quick review of the Crazy Bread from Little Ceasars. Until next time, folks, take care and have a good weekend. That is all.